So hello, today I'm outside of this property at Stonelea Close, a really nice cul-de-sac of properties which is set around a central green, just set off the Sheldon Road in Chippenham. Really lovely area, very good value for money. You've got a superb 3-bedroom end terrace here. Now it has is in need of a little bit of TLC, a little bit of doing up here and there. It's got new windows though, they're fairly recently done, they're certainly good enough for quite a while yet, but you would want to go through and change some other things like the kitchen, for example. So if you want a little bit of a small project, nothing too taxing, you're an investor, want to turn a little bit of a profit, or maybe just a first-time buyer who could move straight in here and do it as you go along, this is an absolutely superb buy. So let me take you inside and show you what it's all about. So let me take you inside this 3-bedroom property, this one that's got a lot of potential. So first off, we're greeted with a double glazed door leading into a lovely porchway area. Really useful actually. You've actually even got what it would call original parquet flooring. Don't know quite when it was laid, but it certainly takes it back to the date of the property. Once inside the hall area here, this little porch, you've got the front door which is double glazed, and then you've got another double glazed section there which takes you through to the living room. I'm just going to pan around a little bit just to give you an idea that you've got a fair bit of space in here, so nice for coats and shoes, etc. You could always take this down if you didn't want this extra double glazed unit here, which just another door there just seals it in again. Probably just nice to have that for the extra heating and keeping the warmth in. But you have got replacement double glazing in this property. It's not been that long ago that it was done, so it's perfectly good condition, and you've got replacement doors at the back as well. So I'm just going to pan round just to show you that we've got a really lovely size living room here with a really nice new floor in here. It's fairly recently laid, a nice laminate sort of oak effect look. I'm going to try and walk over here just to give you a bit of a feel. So you've got a really nice central fireplace there. Actually has still got the original back boiler, but these things go forever, to be fair. But if you did want to replace that in the future, you could end up with a combi and put something else in there entirely. Nice double doors which are glazed panels which take you through into the very large kitchen diner. Now for a house in this price range, this is a really good size overall. You've got a lovely big living room, and then you've got this really lovely large kitchen diner. Now as you can see, it's in perfectly usable condition, really nice and neat and tidy, nothing horrendous about it, apart from it might not be your current taste. So this is dating us back a little bit to probably the 70s with those really nice tiles. But you've got the cooker freestanding here, and you've got the sink over underneath the window, and then you've got a sort of subdividing breakfast island there. You could keep it on a very similar theme if you refitted it, put a couple of stools on this side, and then you've also got space for a table in the dining room space. So overall, you could move in and immediately start living in this property and do it up as you went along. But the kitchen, for most people, I think would probably be something they would look to change. In the corner there, you've got a really useful understairs cupboard. So of course, that's always very helpful. And then at the back here, so these are more the original double glazing on the inside, but then on the outside there of this conservatory, you've got much newer double glazed doors out to the back, and then you've got the units along the side there which are more up to date. So this area was built on and creates a nice little sort of sunroom, dumping ground. You could almost turn it into a bit of a utility if you wanted, because you have got the pipes over there. So that you could link into that. The bench at the back there is simply storage. You lift up the top and you've got some extra storage there. It's all tiled. So there's a bit of potential here to do something with this, create a little utility boot room, or you could even take it down altogether, or just use it as it is at the moment, which is a bit of an extra storage area for the kitchen. Outside the back, we'll take you out there in a moment, but I'm going to take you upstairs first. So coming back through into the main part of the property, and back through this lovely kitchen diner, you've got a little side window there which is nice to have to give a bit more light through these large panelled doors, glazed again to keep the light flowing through the property. And you can see as I come in this direction what a lovely large size lounge you've got for a property in this price range, and that really nice new wood effect floor which is absolutely beautiful. Coming round to take you up the stairs. So we've got 3 good sized bedrooms up here. In fact, master bedroom's a very good size. But just to start at the top of the stairs, because it's the first thing that comes to view, is the refitted shower room. Now you've got a really nice large shower cubicle there, absolutely huge. If you did want a bath, you could put a bath in here, no problem at all. But you've got a really nice tiled around the shower and then half height tiled everywhere else. And you've got quite modern suite. So if you did want to change it around a bit, there's not an awful lot to do. It's not offensive, and perfectly clean, tidy, with a nice tiled floor. Nothing really to do in there at all. Ready to move into. So I'm going to pan round here just to show you that we've got a nice open landing space, and I'm going to take you through to the main bedroom first. So this lovely carpet takes me back to the 80s. There you go, I'm showing my age now. But really nice room. It's all very clean and tidy, but you may want to change the carpets, I'm sure. But really nice size, over 14 foot. Nice views out the front there. So you've got the views over the green towards the front, and then a lovely large master bedroom. You could put wardrobes in the end there, or you could put them on that side of the wall. There's various options because it's such a good size as to how you would want to lay it out. Then going through to the back of the property, you then find you've got the second bedroom. And so this is on the right hand side. Again, dual aspect, you've got a little side window there, and then you've got a really large window out the back. Nice size, it's a double, it's a smallish double, but it's still quite comfortably a double. And also you don't need to worry about wardrobes in here because you've got the wardrobes built in over in that corner. And what's nice about this property is that it's very, very open at the back. So just to give you an idea, you're not feeling at all hemmed in here. You've got nice views out there. There's actually a little brook behind the wall at the back there. Just behind that wall, there's a little brook that runs behind, very much lower down, so no risks of anything. And it just really nice because you don't feel like you're hemmed in, squashed into a little housing estate. So I'm just going to come back through again, back onto the landing. Just on the left hand side here, you have the hot water cupboard. So you've got the airing cupboard there. You've got loft access on the landing as well. And then going into the third bedroom, again, a really good size. It's not a tiny, tiny box room. So you've got a nice third bedroom here. Good enough for a decent single, definitely. And as I come in, just to show you as I come back round, again, views over the front. But as I pan back round, you've got a very useful cupboard over the bulkhead for the storage area. Now I have measured and checked the size, the dimensions between that cupboard and the window wall. And absolutely plenty of space there for a nice single bed. And then you've still got space on the left hand side for chest of drawers, or if you want to make it into a study, of course, this would be absolutely perfect. And nice to have the open views as well. If you're sitting working at home all day, it's nice to have a room with that. So as you can see, really good size house. So now I'm going to take you outside to the garden, just to give you a feel for what we've got out there. Again, a little bit of TLC required, but something you could work with. Not the biggest of gardens, but then who wants a really big garden to be maintaining all the time these days? Once we're allowed out more often, we're going to be out partying, I hope, lots of time. It's meeting all our friends and catching up, so you don't want a big project in the garden. But you've got a really nice area of raised deck here, absolutely perfect for your tables and chairs. Nice that it's balustraded off as it's a little bit terraced, so if you do have little ones, it does make it a lot safer. And then you've got a couple of steps down, just here, three shallow steps down, and then you've got a nice gravelled section, so really low maintenance area. You've got the big shed at the back here. Now there's a little bit of potential with that, I would say. That is actually a really good size, and you could, with a little bit more, again, TLC needs a little bit of touching up on the roof inside, and maybe some of the internal panels need replacing, but you could run electric to this really easily and create your own little home work office space there. So definitely some potential there if you've got a work at home situation, or you'd like a craft or hobby room, or equally just a fantastic size shed. So that's your garden. Now I am currently standing in the side pathway access point which comes all the way round and gives access to the property next door. And so we are with just a low wall at the moment, but you could remedy that if you wanted to. But I think it would be a case of move in, see how often it's used and whether you really want to bother, because it keeps it nice and open as it is at the moment. So coming back into the property, just to recap, you've got a really excellent value property here. A really nice big 3-bedroom end of terrace set in a nice cul-de-sac around a green with a little bit of work to do, yes, but nothing that you couldn't do once you've moved in. So really nice potential project for somebody who wants to buy at a really good price because they're first time buyers maybe and want to be able to put their own stamp on things. But the basics, like for example this living room, absolutely fabulous floor, really lovely fire, everything's in good working order, new windows. I would definitely recommend coming to have a look at this one just to get a feel for it and see what it would be if you made it into the way you want to. But for value for money, I don't think you can beat it at the moment. I hope to see you soon.